Hi friends, Dallin Gatling, PLN host, and we have a special edition of the PLN Report for you today to give you a very big announcement. And to do that, I'm bringing in a very big wig. PLN Creative Director, JT Tilley, is here to make this big announcement. Thanks for joining me, JT.
Thank you. Nice jacket, say Joe.
Thank you.
Hello, friendly friends. JT Tilley here, and I am here with some exciting news.
Yes, big announcement. And you brought your computer.
So far, the interview portion of this sucks. Do you have any questions, Dallin?
Yes, what's the big announcement?
The big announcement is nigh. The big announcement, my friends, is that Pro League Network will be hosting a 10-week series beginning June 13th called Friday Night Fights.
Okay.
Friday Night Fights, every Friday night at 9 p.m. Central, we will feature a PLN sport and a host of PLN athletes.
That is fantastic.
Thank you.
What sports will PLN feature during this 10-week run?
Well, Dallin, PLN will mostly be concentrating on fight-related sports, combat sports. For example, Coffin Wars,
Yeah.
SlapFIGHT Championship, CarJitsu, Ultimate Tire Wrestling, Chest Chop, Guerrilla Games. There's a whole host of crazy combat sports, and any one of them can be on display on a Friday night through the summer.
Okay. So I'm thinking there's more to it because we're doing that, just not condensed. Is it just that we're just cramming them in there right after, or are we doing something different with them?
So basically what's going to happen is we're going to select 6 teams of 7 athletes each. And those athletes are going to be called up from week to week to represent their team in these one-on-one battles on Friday nights.
How do we know that all these athletes are willing to compete in all the different sports? Is that how it's going to work?
You know, it's really simple. Almost all of the PLN athletes are willing to compete in any of the events, but there are a handful that for pre-existing conditions they can't compete, and maybe somebody has a head injury in the past, they can't do SlapFIGHT, or somebody might have a spinal injury, they can't do tire wrestling. But for the most part, every one of the competitors is available and able to do every one of the sports.
Okay.
It will just be randomly assigned from week to week.
That is okay. Randomly assigned. How does that
Dallin,
work?
I've created a system. It's a program that we call the randomizer. Because, you know, one of the things I'm extremely well known for is my technological prowess. So as you can see here, I've brought in my machine for computing, and I push these buttons, and there you have it. That's the randomizer. Now what I've done here is I've loaded in all 140 of the PLN athletes into the system, and the randomizer will randomly select 7 members of the roster for each of the teams. The randomizer is amazing. I created this years ago. This thing does so much more than just matchmaking. For example, you could give me any 7 numbers. Any 7 numbers. I can type them into the randomizer, and then within 24 hours, I could kick back the same 7 numbers in a completely different sequence. This thing does everything. But for today, what we're going to do is we're just going to take a look at how do we select which athletes and which sports we will feature during PLN's Friday Night Fights, starting June the 13th, every Friday night through the summer.
Wow. So you're saying that you would get a CarJitsu guy to possibly compete in SlapFIGHT?
Well, I wouldn't do it myself. No, that would be the randomizer, friends.
Right, but are these
Thank
athletes
you.
going to be able to? Do you have a laugh track?
I do.
Okay.
The athletes of PLN typically are signed to one promotion or another, but over the years I've had lots and lots of slappers ask me if they can participate in CarJitsu,
Right.
or maybe somebody from Coffin Wars wants to be a tire wrestler. A lot of the chest choppers are interested in slapping, so typically that's not something that we do at Pro League Network, but in this competition, it's all random. The randomizer will select the sports each week, it will select the competitors each week, and it will consider all things necessary to build fire matchups in a way that matchmakers that are human cannot.
So you've got all these athletes, so obviously from different weight classes. How is that going to work if they randomly select each other to go against each?
So we will have 42 athletes competing They will be identified by team color. For example, the blue team, red team, gold team, pink team, purple team, and green team. Each of those teams will have 7 members, and they will whittle each other down until this points-based competition reveals who is the top of the heap for 2025.
Okay.
Dallin?
Yes. I know that was probably a dig at me because I'm colorblind, but I think you mentioned some colors that were inaccurate.
The thing about being colorblind, Dallin, is that you don't hear the colors differently. That's color deaf, you dummy.
Okay.
Colorblind is when you can't see what race a person is.
Yes. Yes.
Like me. You have no idea.
No.
Is he Korean? Yes! Jeez.
So, can we go through the colors again? The team colors, are they set?
Yes.
Okay.
The team colors: blue, green, red, pink.
No.
Gold, chartreuse, lemon.
It's right here, man. You can just look.
Brown, indica.
It's not even a color. What is that? Okay. So just red, white, and blue is good, and then gold, purple, and green. You can remember red, white, and blue. I can't wait to see some of these guys compete in the different sports. So is it a matter of pushing that button and seeing the teams? Is that the next step?
Only I can be in charge of the button.
What's a coin pusher button?
The button is for me to push, and when the time is right, I will push the button.
Okay.
So what I'd like for everyone to know is once I do push the button, there's no going back. Are you ready to select the first team, Dallin?
No, but I think you are.
I'm ready. I'm going to let you decide what color we begin with. You have the following options: blue, pink.
You don't even have to go. Blue.
Blue.
Yes. Blue.
Okay, so as you can see here, Dallin, Frank the Tank, Cherokee Outlaw,
yes,
Mallet, Psycho, Zach Moore, Blake Howard, and Raven. So that's going to be the blue team for this summer's Friday Night Fights. And that's a good-looking team right there. One of the things that you can see here now that you've got an opportunity to see how the randomizer works is that we've got somebody from almost every sport considered here. Zach Moore is a CarJitsu champion, obviously.
Right.
Frank the Tank is a famous slap fighter. You've got Mallet, who's a slap fighter. And you've got Raven, who is a retired slap champion. So a lot of diversification here within these teams. And you never know. Cherokee Outlaw may be chosen instead of chest chop. Maybe he gets in the car.
Sure.
Maybe Frank the Tank is in tire wrestling. But anything can happen during Friday Night Fights.
Okay, I like it. That team looks strong. I'm trying to picture. That's the first one, but I'm curious. Can we go to the next team?
Yeah, we can go to the next team here. But one of the things that I would notice is the introduction here of Blake Howard. A lot of people that are fans of SlapFIGHT Championship have not yet met Blake Howard. We signed Blake about 2 months ago. Blake was with a different slap promotion, and he will make his debut during this 10-week series. So congratulations, Blake, for being a member of the blue team.
That is very cool.
Only I can push the buttons.
I wasn't going to push the button.
Next up, the gold team.
Okay.
Okay. So the gold team, Dallin, Gary Graham from Chest Chop, Shamokin Thunderclap, The Carpenter, Firecracker, Cole Owens, Mike Cardle.
That's a lot of personality there.
And Runt.
Yeah.
So we've got another great team here. Now, as you can see, it's very well diversified. You've got some choppers, some slappers, some grapplers, and that's what the randomizer does, is it takes all information, all the data, mixes it up, and gives you a diversified team. And so as you can see there, the blue team and the gold team, pretty similar, both very strong, and all kinds of crazy characters. So let's move forward now. The purple team. And the purple team, I thought that I would let you push the button, and then I decided no. Okay, so the purple team, we've got Fafo,
Biscuit, holy cow,
Smiley, John Chambers, Leroy Davis, FPS, and Grizzly. That's a great team.
These are all strong teams.
One of the things you'll notice here is that we don't have any choppers on this list, and that's because Fafo, he's a SlapFIGHT SlapFIGHT championship stalwart. Fafo competing now in chest chop. And then I can also mention to you that Biscuit is on this team, and Biscuit's asked me to compete in chest chop multiple times.
Oh, really?
So any one of these guys,
great.
anything can happen, but now we see the purple team is just as strong as the other two. And let's move to the pink team.
Okay.
So the pink team, we've got Rocky Moore, Johnny Lightning, The Cure,
Alex Stevens,
Cody Cox, Alex Stevens, Ground Shark, and Tim the Maniac Sylvia.
So those last two strong.
Alex Stevens, that's another name that you're probably not going to recognize.
Yeah.
Alex Stevens is new to Pro League Network. He's a new recruit. We signed him about maybe a month ago. He came to us as a jiu-jitsu competitor primarily.
Gotcha.
But again, he's willing to try any of the PLN sports, and I'll be looking forward to seeing how Alex does. Also, you'll notice Ground Shark.
Yes.
Ground Shark has competed only at CarJitsu Championship, but I know he's chomping at the bit for an opportunity to try some more of our grappling sports.
Oh, that's great. Okay, and obviously Tim Sylvia, the one and only.
Tim Sylvia, multiple times Tim Sylvia has asked me if he can get a match at Ultimate Tire Wrestling. Tim is now in the best shape of his life. He says he's in incredible shape. He's down to 280 pounds.
Lost some weight.
And so he will be competing on the pink team, which I'm sure Tim will be very happy about. But Tim Sylvia, never know where he's going to pop up. Let's hope that it's SlapFIGHT Championship, but also he's looking forward to some other opportunities. Okay, well I'm very impressed with these teams so far. All right, I would like to say thank you, but it was the randomizer. I know. Red team, let's go. But you created the randomizer. Oh, yes, I incepted it. Look at this, look at this. David Glassburner, Steven Minsky, Slap Daddy, Johnny Dynamite, Okie Savage, Hood Billy, and the Cannon. That's going to be our red team, friends. And that's a great team as well. Now, some of you might not be familiar with Hood Billy. Hood Billy is a chest chop competitor. He's also expressed interest in several other PLN sports. But Hood Billy, great personality too. Absolutely. We took him with us to Los Angeles when we did the Coachella shows with T-Pain, and Hood Billy faced Fafo at that show. Yeah. And it was a great match, and Hood Billy could pop up anywhere during this series. All right, and last, the green team. Yes. Cannonball, the Wild Man, the Real Deal, Black Larry, Fletcher Estes, Max Highsmith, and Young and Lavish. So the green team just as strong. These are great teams, guys. We've got 6 incredible teams. Big names on these teams. The green team, to me, a big standout. We've got Big Cannonball. Everybody loves Cannonball from Chest Chop. Yeah, he's a lot of fun. He's also a dangerous guy. Black Larry, the MVP of PLN. Everybody loves. Favorite, And of course, we've got on the purple team, John Chambers. He's the perennial #1 contender at CarJitsu. We also have former champion Leroy Davis on the purple team. Another huge personality. I mean, I like seeing that in the different teams. There's like different guys that are just awesome at competing and great personalities. It's going to be entertaining. I'm very excited. Let's take a look at these one-on-one. Let's take a look at the blue team. Yes. Frank the Tank, obviously the biggest name, arguably the biggest name on the team. Frank the Tank. 25 slap matches to his record. He's also competed at Ultimate Tire Wrestling. He's competed at CarJitsu, Guerrilla Games. Most of that footage you've probably not seen, but you may get your opportunity to see Frank the Tank in some crazy sports during this run. Also, Cherokee Outlaw. You and I know him for a long time now. Yeah. The Cherokee Outlaw is a retired mixed martial artist. Competed in some of the MMA leagues that we ran back in the early 2000s. Mallet, of course, he'll be happy to see that he's on a team with Frank the Tank. Absolutely, yeah. And then we've got Psycho. Psycho is the standout of our smaller middleweight chest chop division. During our testings and our tryouts, Psycho won a 4-man tournament that we hosted. And so we signed him to the promotion, and then we found out, not 3-4 days later, that Psycho is the brother of the light heavyweight champion at SlapFIGHT, Slim Reaper. So Psycho's had ties to PLN for quite a while. Zach Moore, we all love Zach Moore. He's the the middleweight CarJitsu world champion, and of course Blake Howard from another promotion, brand new to PLN, looking forward to getting his start. And then of course Raven, we all love Raven. He was the undisputed, undefeated lightweight champion. He retired and recently unretired and won the double barrel tournament.
I know he's down for anything.
Yeah, he's willing to be in any one of these sports as well.
Yeah.
So the blue team's looking strong. Just to take a look at this, of course, this is all random, so we haven't had an opportunity to look over these just yet. But I would say that the red team's very strong also.
Yeah.
We've got Okie Savage, we've got Slap Daddy, and we've got the Cannon. The Cannon is as good as it gets in the slap business.
Yeah.
We also have Johnny Dynamite and Hood Billy. These guys are professional wrestlers that compete at Chest Chop, and they're fantastic athletes. Also, we've got David Glassburner, Steven Minsky. These guys are great jiu-jitsu players. The red team is strong, Dally.
Yeah, but it depends on how they're going to get matched up, right? In what sport?
Well,
who against?
That's true, but the odds are you've got on the red team, you've got Glassburner, Minsky, and then you've got Slap Daddy, who's got 40 professional MMA fights. Right. So any one of the grappling arts, he's probably going to be well versed.
Yeah.
And then of course you've got Okie Savage, who multiple times has come to me and asked if he can be a part of Chest Chop. So anything can happen. The Cannon, of course, was a wrestler in high school and has asked me several times.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, okay.
And he's asked me several times if he can be part of tire wrestling and also Coffin Wars. So anything can happen. The red team is stacked. But also, look at the pink team here.
Yeah. There's not a weak team.
No, not at all. The pink team with Tim Sylvia, the undisputed super heavyweight slap fight champion, but also a 5-time UFC world champion. So stuffing someone in a tire might not be a difficult thing for him. And maybe also...
getting him inside a car might be a little
getting him in the car may be harder than getting him out of the car. And of course, everybody loves Ground Shark.
Yes.
CJ Ground Shark Hunter. Probably one of the favorites, CarJitsu Championship. And, of course, I'm looking forward to seeing what we can get him involved in. Cody Cox is another transplant. We haven't seen Cody Cox here yet at PLN, but he's from another slap league. He's recently signed with us. He's a chest chop athlete, and he's a slap fight athlete. So looking forward to seeing him show his skills. Yeah. The purple team also very diversified. Grizzly, big fan favorite. Grizzly of the purple team. Leroy Davis is also very popular. And of course, Fafo. Fafo is one of the biggest new stars of PLN in this last few years. But you've got Biscuit and Smiley, their teammates, FPS from Oklahoma. We've got a lot of talent on the purple team, a lot of talent on the gold team.
Yeah, my brain is just racing to try to figure out which is going to be the biggest challenge to step in. Like you mentioned, those guys have some wrestling background, so they probably do CarJitsu okay, right? But there's things like with slap fighting and even chest chop that is a technical skill that you have to, with the fouls and stuff like that if you haven't done it. So is there going to be some training and, are they just going to be thrown into it, or how's that going to work?
They're just going to be thrown into it, Dallin.
Wow.
Yeah. It says in the Bible, everybody has a plan until there's a seatbelt wrapped around their carotid.
Yes,
that's from Leviticus.
Leviticus. Okay, yeah. I thought it was in Proverbs.
You're just being silly. Green team, Cannonball. I would like to see Cannonball in any grappling sport. The problem with Cannonball is I don't necessarily know if he's got a background in any sort of combat sports. I know he's a great showman. I don't know how his cardio is, but I actually probably do. And Big Cannonball, I wouldn't want him to slap me in the chest, and I wouldn't want him to slap me in the face.
Right.
But most of all, I wouldn't want to be responsible for stuffing him inside of a mid-sized tire.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, because all day, you need a spatula. No props at PLN, so it's probably a losing proposition. And of course, you can see here Fletcher Estes. That's another one. Fletcher Estes, down for anything. PLN fans have seen him with CarJitsu Championship primarily, but he's down for any sport, and I'm hopeful that the randomizer is kind. But you can see here, anything can happen. You've got 42 PLN athletes from all different walks of life. They all will form these 6 teams, and every week from June 13th to August 15th, they will send one member or two of the team into battle in a different PLN sport. It's a points-based competition, and at the end of the 10 weeks, we will crown the PLN top team, Mike.
That's fantastic. I felt like we covered all these teams. We didn't give Gold Team any props, and that's a strong team too.
Well, they got to be called the Gold Team.
Yeah. So
in the planning.
Kind of a given, right?
No, I mean if you look closely, the uniforms they wear are yellow. So I was kind. You've got Gary Graham. He's a professional wrestling, a hard-working man. He's got a lot of matches to his credit. He's a champion in pro wrestling, but he's here as part of the Chest Chop family. So I'd love to see Gary in something else. Who knows what can happen.
Again, another huge personality.
Yeah, big personality. Another big personality is Runt. Runt is the undefeated middleweight champion. Everybody loves Runt. He's proof that Dynamite comes in medium-sized packages. And I also know that Runt was a wrestler in a former life.
Okay.
A freestyle wrestler, not a pro wrestler.
Okay.
And so I know that he'd probably be willing to do just about any of the PLN grappling sports. Mike Cardle, he's the jiu-jitsu coach now at BFC Extreme.
Yep.
And so he's got great skills in the grappling department. Personally, I would love to slap him in the face. Firecracker. Now that's going to be an exciting one because Firecracker, typically known only for slapping, but I have many conversations with Firecracker when he's here at the studio, and he is interested in every PLN sport. Yeah, and
great.
As is Shamokin Thunderclap.
Yeah,
Shamokin Thunderclap is all over the place. He trains jiu-jitsu. He trains in fighting. He trains in slapping. He trains in potty. He trains in everything. Cole Owens, you used to know him as Electric Cole.
Yeah, another huge personality.
Another big personality. I like Cole Owens because a lot like the two of us, this guy is a fighter, but he's also a theater guy. So I just recently watched Cole Owens as one of the chorus in Little Mermaid.
Really?
Yes, it's a true story.
Wow. Yeah.
And I also know that Cole Owens is an amateur rapper. He's got some new stuff out. I just watched some of his performances. This guy's crazy. He's got a great personality and some great outfits. And Cole Owens, I mean, he could be invited to do just about any of these sports.
Yeah.
And so when you look at the 6 teams, Dallin, what you're seeing here is none of these teams stand out as being the favorite. What the randomizer has done is it's created 6 evenly matched teams of 7 members each, and there is no telling which of these teams will be the winner. What it's going to come down to are the matchups.
Yes, absolutely. I'm picking the blue team, though.
All right, so Dallin, I'll just tell you for myself, it's hard to pick a favorite team, but just knowing what I know about the rotation of the sports in the show, I would say that the winner of the competition would be red, blue, green, or the gold or the purple or pink team.
Okay.
And I would be willing to bet. It's a lot of great opportunities, guys. I mean, you can look at it for yourself. You've got infinite opportunities here. We've got 10 weeks. Every week there will be 5 matchups, and those 5 matchups over the course of the run, 50 matches and 42 athletes. So as you can see, a lot of these guys are going to be making multiple appearances, and it's going to be an incredible summer. I cannot wait for both the savagery and the hilarity. And Dallin, I'm really happy I was able to come by and announce the card this way. This is an exciting project for us.
Yes.
We're going to have a good time working on it. And, quite frankly, this is probably my favorite project that we've done in recent years.
I'm excited as well.
Do you have any more questions?
Yeah. What's in the cup?
Coffee. Thank you.
Well, there you have it. Thank you for tuning in. I am Dallin Getling, and we will catch you next time.